The best is yet to come, but the iPhone 12 is already still pretty awesome. What's good, YouTube? In this video, we'll be taking a look at the iPhone 12 and 5 reasons why this is an awesome phone to buy today. 4G, its brand new design, and its implementation of the Apple's A14 Bionic chip, the iPhone 12 is quite a compelling option on paper. And we'll be going over 5 aspects of the iPhone 12 which in my opinion make it incredible value for people looking for a flagship phone and are willing to pay a flagship price. If you like this kind of content, leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. The design on the iPhone 12 can probably be summarized with one word: refinement. Apple has really gotten it right on the design of the iPhone 12. As I think the industrial, minimalistic cues from the previous generations of iPhone really do shine it on the iPhone 12. Lines are sleek, and the blue color really accents the all now too familiar camera bump. I always thought that the ratios and proportions of the previous iPhone generations with camera bumps were a little bit off, and the smaller size of the iPhone 12 really does bring the overall design proportions into balance. This, added with the clean lines and the lack of any kind of antenna lines aside from the camera bump on the back of the phone, makes for a really sleek and modern profile. It really is a culmination of modern and classic design elements, as the notch design from the iPhone 12 blends into the classic profile that we saw on the iPhone 5 with the squared off edges. I have always been a fan of the iPhone 5's design. There's just something a lot more comfortable about holding a phone with more squared off edges than an iPhone with a rounded one. It feels like I have a better grip on the phone, and one-handed and also two-handed operation is more secure, as I'm more confident holding the phone in different orientations. The phone has also a much noticeably smaller footprint than the iPhone 11, which adds to its overall elegance. The combination of the smaller size, as well as the more squared edges. The main factor that was important in reducing the footprint on the iPhone 12 is the switch by Apple to an OLED screen. OLED allowed Apple to shrink the bezels as well as maintain the same kind of screen performance and viewing angles that we were seeing on the already excellent iPhone 11. I actually didn't mind the notch when it came out, and I think that the reduced size of the iPhone 12 adds to the overall elegance of the notch design on the iPhone 12. The screen is crisp, and watching videos is a joy, as I never really found the notch all too distracting, particularly now that the bezels are even smaller and the profile of the iPhone 12 is even smaller as well. So, with my experience with the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 comes pre-shipped with iOS 14 installed, and this means that you get some of the latest features that were found on this year's iOS 14 update on your brand new phone. The ability to create widgets and customize your home screen, of course, is one of the most popular features on iOS 14, and there's a few other options like picture-in-picture mode and the ability to make your default browser something other than Safari as welcome additions. If you haven't used iOS 14 before or have yet to upgrade your previous iPhone to iOS 14, the iPhone 12 is really kind of the perfect way of doing that, as picture-in-picture and the new app drawer really do add to the overall snappiness of the Apple's A14 Bionic chip. Which brings us to the next feature that really makes the iPhone 12 a compelling buy: the A14 chip. One of the biggest differences between the iPhone 12 and its predecessor is, of course, the Apple A14 Bionic chip, which is first for the iPhone 12. This is really a blazing fast phone, as apps and web elements load with almost little to no delay, and of course, probably the most significant improvement with the A14 chip is the photos. Apple's impressive HDR technology is better than ever, and it's obvious that the A14 chip is doing a lot of work in the background when processing these images with multiple captures at multiple exposures. It's really quite incredible how quickly and seamlessly The iPhone 12, powered by the 814 chip, is able to process multiple images, particularly in low light, and produce a high quality capture like the iPhone 12 does. Shots that would take more than a few moments to set up on a full-scale DSLR are quite easy to just point, shoot, and click with your iPhone 12. You also get this as just tapping the iceberg in terms of what the A14 chip and Apple Silicon can do, and let's hope that future iOS updates will really dig into what the performance of the A14 is capable of. For me, the camera on the iPhone 12 is what makes it stand up above its competition. Both the camera software and hardware have received upgrades on this latest iteration of the iPhone. The wide-angle lens is a little bit faster, and combined with things like Apple's Smart HDR3, the images that you can get from this thing are extraordinary. Check out my full video, link in the description below, for a full breakdown of the iPhone 12 Smart HDR technology for test shots as well. But for the purposes of this review, what I can say is that the iPhone 12 competes with any flagship out there, including the S20 Ultra and the Google Pixel 5 in terms of picture quality, as color accuracy, dynamic range, and resolution are second to none. If you like taking pictures on your phone, or you often take pictures on your phone, then you probably need the iPhone 12, as the captures that you can get on this phone are a new frontier in terms of smartphone photography quality. So there you have it, everyone. 5 reasons why the iPhone 12 is a great buy. This is by no means a cheap phone, as with the iPhone 12's pricing, you're paying for a ultra-modern design packed with the newest hardware and the newest software that Apple can offer. What you're getting for the flagship price is a top-of-the-line screen coupled with top-of-the-line chip and a camera system that is second to none. On top of this, it really does feel like Apple is only beginning to tap into the full power of the A14 chip, and much like its upgraded silicon on its laptop line. Myself and everyone are really excited to see what new developments in Apple's hardware will yield. The benchmarks for the new line of Apple Silicon are really quite amazing, and it's likely that Apple will only optimize this further for increased performance with software updates down the line. So if you add the already incredible value that you get from the present day iPhone 12 with what is likely to be a lot of future value with Apple as they continue to update this phone, the iPhone 12 is a wonderful return on investment and will continue to be a great investment for a long time to come. So what do you think? Does the obvious value with the camera and the upgraded Apple Silicon in the iPhone 12 justify its high price tag? Do you have experiences with other phones that can reach the same kind of levels and standards that the iPhone 12 does? Leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And